When asked about his influx of new talent, Joe Woods had this to say.
Yeah, very excited. Not only me, the whole entire defensive staff. I feel like, AB, the scouts, I think they did a great job in free agency, great job in the draft, just in terms of bringing in talented players at key positions. So we're excited about the future and can't wait to get training camp going.
How do you feel like Clowney is going to complement the rest of your defense, particularly, Miles from the other side?
He'll definitely compliment Miles just because, he's been in the league for a long time. He's known as an elite pass rusher. He's very athletic, very fast. I think for offenses, they're going to have to make a choice, who we're going to chip, where we're going to slide the protection to. So I think it'll be a great compliment, and we'll also be able to move those guys around just to try to create some, favorable matchups for ourselves.
And Dan, that's the interesting thing. They want to dictate things instead of reacting to offenses, and it would appear they might have the personnel to do that.
It starts with that front four. He was asked a couple times about San Francisco, and that came up this week too, when we heard from some guys that, when he was in San Francisco, that front four was dominant. And that's kind of where this begins with Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney. You see those two guys together and you kind of realize like, oh yeah, Jadeveon Clowney was a number one pick too. And you don't become a number one pick as an edge rusher unless you're a freakish athlete. And you see that just in watching him walk around and watching him go through drills. So it starts with that front four, but then it's just the flexibility in the back end where you've got some safeties that can sort of do a bunch of different things. You've got John Johnson and his leadership. I'm really curious to see what Ronnie Harrison's going to look like this year now that they have kind of a season under their belt working with him. I know he's a guy I've talked up a lot, but I really want to see what he can do. And then getting Grant Delpit back. There's just so many different things they can do with their alignments, their schemes. It can change every single week. It can change every single series if they wanted to. And I think Joe Woods should be able to have some fun with this defense.
And, we overlook how banged up that defense was because the injuries happened basically in training camp. You lost a number of guys before the season even got going.